champagne, 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 champagne.
My bad, yo. Alright, so my bad. What's up, y'all? What's up, fans? How y'all doing? We here, we live. It's Hoops and Brews happy hour. We here. We, like you said, we in the clutch. Shout out to y'all for watching us instead of IG Live right now. We hear the Instagram lives are busting right now. Man, like I was logged in. Hold on. What you said? What you say if I saw what Twitter? I'm on Twitter. What word? Oh, Colombia. What do you think is do you think Hennessy is the best drink of all time? Because of Colombia. Are you sure? Really? Why?
But I've never seen y'all.
They were doing unspeakable things with the Hennessy bottle.
I've never seen these type of things done with Hennessy bottle before. Really have in my life.
Oh my God, man. But anyways,
we're
man.
gonna take IG Live away from us within 2 weeks.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying the government gonna shut down IG Live. Do you think the government has an obligation to shut down IG Live?
Nah, the government don't give a fuck. But I think Instagram is gonna do something like they have to, bro.
Why?
It's getting too out of hand, G.
Why?
It's getting too out of hand.
Why?
Bro.
Why does Instagram have to step in?
Reason because you don't know who own it, and like it's no age limit. So it's like you might have a 13-year-old kid on them. You know they ain't got school.
Oh
you might have a 13-year-old kid logged on IG Live seeing that. G like G, a girl had a Hennessy bottle halfway up her body, bro. Like come on, G, you don't need no 12, 13-year-old seeing that. G like come on, bro.
But if they can get on the internet, they could probably see way worse.
By the way, I could like tell you something. I'm actually text it to you.
No, I Somebody said John Wall gonna come back crazy. No, the hell he not. John Wall
come back smiling.
Yes,
John Wall.
Yes, G. Hey, G. Yo, shout out to the All Horny IG Live team. All Horny IG Live team for this entire scenario. Shout out to Katie. Shout out to the Weekend, G. The Weekend keep referring. He not even saying women. He said we are the demons, G. The demons, G.
Put a demon on. What a demon said. Put a demon on. I'm like, gee,
what? That man said, "What a demon's at, fam."
Demon time, like, is one of the funniest phrases. They call that shit demon time. It's one of the funniest phrases.
It's demon time.
Demon time. We on demon time. But nah, bro, like, man, they have to do something with IG Live, bro.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. I don't know what they gonna do about it, man. But anyways, it's happy hour. Huh?
Boosie started it.
Huh?
Boosie started it.
He did. The funny part was, did you see that video of him like being all sad? Like, man, they said they're gonna take down my IG Live. He was sad as hell.
Man, one they can just shake their ass or something like that, man. Like, I'm waiting for a response right now, but I ain't got one right now.
Let me see if I can find that video.
Instagram down if I keep going, man.
Yeah, let me see. If he posted it on Instagram, I could technically post it. I don't think it'll get copyrighted. I'm gonna play that Boosie audio.
Hey, the reason I ain't done QTB yet, cause Instagram told me they're gonna take my Instagram.
Hold on, my bad. Hold on. That man said they told me they're gonna take my Instagram. Instagram don't play no low key.
Hey, the reason I ain't done QTB yet, cause Instagram told me they're gonna take my Instagram if they seeing it more nudity, so I just DM'd, hit them back in the email and asked me, can y'all just dance and shake that ass? You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting on that response. So that's what we waiting on for QTB. another thing, shit done got real. My little girl, them feet fucked up. So if you do
That's funny as hell. Somebody said TPJ look like Corey Hardwick. Get that the fuck out of here, man. Stop.
Wow.
That's funny as hell. But anyways, you want to talk about NBA players getting paid. Nine NBA players getting paid. I don't like that. You got
20,
a weak,
20.
You got
20,
a weak
20.
union.
It's 20.
That's a product of a weak union.
20.
That's a product of a
it's
weak
not,
union.
It's 20 of them.
That's a part.
20 of them.
That's a product of a weak union. And if I was the rest of the players, I'd be mad as hell. I'd be like, what? I'm like, what about us?
They should have negotiated their contract.
Oh man.
I mean, they also
I'm
probably
not cool with that.
They also.
That's the whole point of having a union.
They also probably didn't have the leverage, like, and also this is something that I don't think anybody really thought of until it happened. Like, I don't think anybody thought of a situation where like the league, season would start and then like not finish.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree on that. I can definitely agree on that.
For instance, like that's probably why even Rich Paul was able to even get the shit put in the deals. Because Rich Paul got it for 9 of his players, and I think KD got it, Kyrie got it, Blake Griffin got it, and a couple of other players got it. Where like they get all their money, where they get 90% of their money by April 1st, regardless of what happens. But it's just a very unprecedented situation in league history. Like nobody ever thought like this has never happened before.
Yeah,
you had lockouts, but this ain't never happened before.
Weak union. Either we all get paid or none of us get paid. I don't like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a weak union. I would say that it's something that people.
If one of us get paid, we all should get paid. Like we all are commodities out there on the floor.
Yeah, I feel you, but that ain't how America works.
What does John Wall contributed to the National Basketball Association the past 365 days?
Jersey sales.
I'm sure other players have too. I'm sure other players have too. I'm sure other players have too. I'm sure other players have contributed other jerseys. Was Contavious Caldwell Pope one of them players?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Let's see. NBA players getting paid.
Just go on Mark Stein. Twitter.
He listed all of them.
Yeah.
All right, Mark Stein says that the players are. I'm looking.
Actually, yep. It's KCP, DeJounte Murray, Miles Bridges, Darius Bailey, Darius Garland, Terrence Ferguson, Trey Lyles.
Come on, G.
LeBron, yeah.
LeBron one of them too?
Bron, John Wall, KCP, DeJounte Murray, Miles Bridges, Darius Bailey, Darius Garland, Terrence Ferguson, and Trey Lyles. And then Draymond will be next year because he signed his deal. And also it's Kevin Durant, KD, Kyrie, Blake Griffin, and Otto Porter.
That sounds a little bit interesting to me. They all clutch players and they all got to keep their contracts.
No, not all of them. KD is obviously rep by Rich Kleiman. Kyrie, Rock Nation. Blake is Jeff Schwartz and Sam Goldfeder, and Otto Porter is David Falk and Dale Cantor.
Okay.
It's just 9 clutch players.
Okay. Still, I don't like it for the rest of the league. If a few are gonna get all of their contracts, and all of them should get their contracts.
Agent should have negotiated better.
I mean, your union ain't that great. Who's the president union? Who's the president?
But also, I think that goes more CP3. But also, I think that goes more on.
That explains it.
But no, I think that goes more on agents. I think that goes more on agents to think about everything that could possibly happen. You got to give credit to Rich Paul, Rich Kleiman, Rock Nation, whoever reps Kyrie. Like, bro, you got people like fucking KCP, DeJounte Murray, Miles Bridges, Darius Bailey, Darius Garland, Terrence Ferguson, and Trey Lyles, who all got the thing where 90% of their money is given out before April 1st. So there's no reason other players can't do it. You got to put that onus on the agent and the players to think of all possibilities. That's on you. That's on you to figure that out. You got to give kudos to Rich Paul.
I give him good kudos. I never said he ain't a genius. He's a genius. He's a genius. He's great at what he does. But I never said anything about Rich Paul. I said the union. Like, I don't understand that. That don't make sense to me. How a certain allotment of guys can get paid, but the rest of the guys all got to worry about them not seeing the rest of their salary for the rest of the year after April. when they all on the 12-month long contract. When I saw the tweet. It said that they get paid in 12-month long installments for their contract.
12 months on
So that mean that 8 months of my employment I ain't gonna get paid for. Like what's that, G? What's that? But other people get 90% of their agreement. Like
you probably depending on when you signed your deal. You probably signed your deal on maybe July. So you might have got July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March payments. So you probably got how many months is that I just named?
That's still. Come on, man.
You probably missed out on 5-6 months of pay, which is still mad money, but
I understand it. They technically collectively bargained it, so technically it was bargained, but also I just personally think that it is what it is.
I can see that there was something that the owners put in to quote unquote, well, not quote unquote, but to protect themselves, that the players probably thought this ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Again, it's something you've never seen it before. So when you even sometimes negotiating, in business, sometimes you don't think of the unknown, or you don't think of the unheard of. I think it's a situation where they just didn't think of the unheard of, and these couple of guys I don't want to say the better agents, but these couple of guys thought of the unknown, or not. When I thought of the unknown, thought of the unthought of, and that's why their deals are what they are. And again, it has I thought it had something to do with leverage. But you're looking at the guys who got the contract.
I'm looking at it. It says that this article is according to Jeff Siegel. This was as of March 31st. We are in April officially, which is crazy. This has been a wild year. But it says, however, as New York Times Mark Stein reported on Tuesday, the league is not committed on a full April 15th payment, nor any payments beyond that date. Invoking the force majeure clause would entitle the league to 192.6 of each player's base salary for each game missed, which would be withheld from future payments until the entire amount has been collected from that player. There are 259 regular season games remaining on the schedule, plus stated average of 5.6 playoff games per team. The amounts total of 22.87 games remaining on each player's schedule, regardless of how many games his team has actually played or whether his team was going to the playoffs or not. The force majeure clause does not differentiate between which teams are competitive and which teams aren't. Even a mathematically eliminated team like the Golden State Warriors would still be treated as though they have 5.6 playoff games on the docket for the salary withholding purposes, while highly competitive team like the Bucks, the Lakers, or the Clippers would have the same thing. And it's saying that there are three types of moving on. It says there are three types of payment schedules for NBA contracts that pay a player out over 6 months, 12 months, and 18 months. The default payment schedule is
18 months.
Yeah, the default payment schedule is 24 semi-monthly checks paid out over 12 months. But players and teams are free to negotiate an accelerated or decelerated payment if they like. The vast majority of contracts do not have accelerations to that 12-month schedule, as Stein noted. So basically, I'm guessing what it says for players like LeBron James, who has a hyper accelerated structure on his contract, that would mean he'd have to write a check for $6.12 million back to cover his share of the league if one of these other force majeure things happen. But I mean, yeah.
So if he getting paid $40 million, he only got to write the 6.12 check back.
Yeah, so basically what it's saying that as it goes on, it just says that that the other issue is advance payments, because players can negotiate up to 50% of their base salary for a season to be paid before the season begins, and 25% can be paid as early as July 1st, and the other 25% can be paid as soon as October. So some players get their money in advance. So basically, that's what Rich Paul's clients, they probably just get their money super, super far in advance, if that makes sense. So basically, if they enact,
if you're a rookie, this is fucked up, bro.
Yeah, because you probably spent all that money.
I spent all your money, dog. Now you got to get that back, G.
Tweaking.
If you're a rookie, G, this is fucked. Bro, honestly, I think
they said Pavy's hair is looking like Jamal Murray's pubes. G, watch y'all with that man. Get off that man. G.
Wow. Who commented that?
Samuel Erickson flamed your ass.
I don't even see that.
I see it. That's funny as hell.
It's not. It's not in the thing.
I see it.
I don't see it.
I see it. Let me see if I can. Well, I don't know if I don't think I can put it in the Skype conversation, but I definitely see it. That's hilarious. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, went crazy on me. Anyway, but nah, yeah, like if you a rookie, bro. I mean, because I know who was talking about that. Gilbert was talking about that. He was like, yo, sometimes you got like, rookies to be spending they like second year money in their first year.
Yeah.
So, bro, like if you a rookie,
it'll pop up on YouTube in a second if you want to see it. And he definitely commented that. That's funny as hell, Jay. My bad.
So like, but nah, seriously, bro. Like if you a rookie, bro, like that's. I mean, also I think. I mean, even Gilbert was talking about this like a while ago. A lot of players live paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of them live paycheck to paycheck. So this is, I mean, but again, it's just an unprecedented situation in like NBA history. Like it's never really happened before. But again, like I think you just got to give Rich Paul credit.
Yeah.
For his negotiating.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do. He's a brilliant businessman.
Other players ask for the same thing. I mean, again, like you see the list of players. It ain't like all of them came in there with mad leverage. Darius Bazley ain't got no leverage.
Yeah.
Garden ain't got no leverage. Trey Lyles ain't got no leverage. They all ain't John Wall and Bron.
Yeah, I mean, and technically, like even like this article says, a little bit further down, it says even if LeBron has to write a check back for $6.12 million, he still got paid, I think, $37 million for the season already. So like, whatever, have fun.
John Wall got paid 38 million for no labor.
John,
he had no labor.
Yes, he was. He was out there working out. Okay. He was healing his heel. All right.
And look, G.
Stop disrespecting John Wall and his efforts to heal his heel, okay? He is working as hard as he can to get that heel.
I'm not laughing at John Wall being hurt. I love John Wall. John Wall is one of my
Nobody's
favorite
ever laughing at John Wall being hurt. They laughing at him continuing to club after he first got hurt, and we can still see this man on the couches.
Got paid $39 million.
This man is an all-time swindler, G. This man, John Wall, G. John Wall, 2019-2020 season, $38.199 million. G, like what, G? What next year? 41.25. I'm sorry. $41,254,920. The season after that, $44,310,840. The season after that, $47,366,760. What? And he got a 15% trade kicker.
And he got a player option.
Gee, what would?
Gee, like dead ass. This might go down.
John Wall, like we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now because it's Johnny for like. Gee, John Wall swimming in money like Scrooge McDuck right now. That's gonna be the name of this episode. John Wall swimming in money like Scrooge McDuck. I'm definitely finna put this man head on Scrooge McDuck.
Look, bro, I hate to say it, bro, because John Wall did as one of my favorite players in the league, even like since high school. I remember being in computer class watching John Wall highlights. I'm from Chicago. I'm like, bro, he ain't better than D Rose. He better than D Rose. So I love John Wall, but I'm sorry, G. Like, bro, this might go down as one of the worst contracts in NBA history. I'm not even joking.
This picture I just put up on here is hilarious, bro. Hilarious, G. That's funny. Hey, look at the YouTube in a second. That shit funny as hell. G, I'm finna put John Wall head on this man Scrooge. G, I got to. For the culture. For the culture, I'm finna put John Wall's head on Scrooge McDuck. Yo, that's the name of this episode, G. John. Huh?
Who's Scrooge McDuck?
You ain't never seen DuckTales? No, of course you ain't never seen DuckTales. Man, you ain't never seen shit.
Never seen DuckTales.
DuckTales is one of the greatest shows in the history of shows. It's an animated show kind of based off Daffy Duck, but basically he got like an uncle or a rich uncle or whatever called Scrooge McDuck. And Scrooge McDuck, I think, got like these nephews or whatever, but they bad as hell and he rich as hell. And like he got like a vault full of money where basically when he go inside his vault full of money, he literally can swim in it. What the hell, my bad.
Man said John Wall's health better than TPJ's top 50 list. I agree, bro. I was watching that podcast earlier. You was wilding with that list. You put Kyrie Irving at 21. Do you still stand by that?
Huh? Do I still stand by what?
You put Kyrie Irving at 21.
Yeah.
Do you still stand by that?
I still stand by that.
How?
What do you mean? I stand by what I said then. I mean, that don't mean it was right now.
Right then.
Huh? It wasn't wrong then.
Right then.
It wasn't wrong then.
Yes.
It wasn't wrong
Yes,
then. It wasn't wrong then.
Yes,
I specifically said that I put Kyrie Irving there because of where I was projecting him to go forward. So you can say what you want to say, but like I said, I specifically said that I put him there because I was projecting where he was going to be moving forward. He been hurt.
All right, bro.
Has he not been hurt?
Yes, but real quick, because I do want to mention this. I think the Supermax deals in the future are in jeopardy, and I think that John Wall's contract is literally what you could put on the board when you walk into the collective bargaining agreement in 20 whatever it is, and put that on the board as to why we don't want these deals.
Well, it depends. Do you think the Wizards can ever win a championship?
I mean, it's not even about the championship. Like, do you think he's gonna ever be worth $44 million?
No, that's not what I asked you. Can the Wizards ever win a championship?
No.
Then no. I
don't think I had to win the championship to be worth $44 million to the team. Like, I don't think the Lakers have to win the championship.
Okay, this is my question: is John Wall ever an All-Star again?
Maybe, but is he gonna be worth $44 million? Though?
If he's an All-Star again, yeah, he worth $44 million.
$44 million,
and yes, it is. Because Bradley Beal is an All-Star. If John Wall is an All-Star, then at minimum means that your team is getting to the playoffs. No, which means that you are, huh? What you mean? John Wall mean? What you mean? What? John Wall and Bradley Beal not getting to the playoffs?
Yeah, if they healthy.
Then you got bigger. I was about to say that you got bigger problems with. Than John Wall.
Like, yeah, if they healthy. But again, the thing about the contract is when they gave him the deal, it wasn't a bad deal. Obviously, what John Wall means to the community and Washington also, it's not like he was having a down year. Like, I think he averaged like 20 and 10 a year. He got the deal, or like 18 and 10 a year. He got the deal. Was an All-Star, so it wasn't a bad deal at the time. It's just you didn't know he was gonna tear his whole Achilles and miss basically a year and a half of basketball.
I mean, well, you GMO Pavy, so you talking more like a GM. I'm talking more like if I'm a basketball fan.
No, I'm talking like
seeing John Wall in the future.
No, even if you make an All-Star team, don't mean it's worth me paying you $47 million to make a measly All-Star team. I don't give a fuck. I'm paying you $47 million.
But there's nothing you can do about me getting hurt once I get hurt. Shit happens. It happens. It happens. Yeah. You know why I got hurt? Well, never mind. He ain't tear his Achilles on the court. Never mind.
You're not.
When he had it, he tore his Achilles at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, don't get me wrong. That John Wall deal is forever gonna be one of the worst deals in NBA history. But
now look, he has a chance when he comes back to make amends on it. And obviously, if like he can get back to looking somewhat like his older self, then okay.
No, he don't. I just said if he make an All-Star team, you just told me that ain't good enough. Make up your mind.
If you let me finish, he's never gonna be back to his old self. So he's still gonna be getting overpaid. Vastly overpaid. At least I don't think he's gonna get back to his old self after tearing his Achilles. Personally, I don't. He's gonna still be vastly overpaid. But if he can still come out here and be a productive NBA player, make a couple All-Star teams, help you get some revenue, it's like okay, we can at least somewhat rationalize and like it wasn't a total waste of money for the franchise.
Yeah.
But I don't think at least after that injury he can ever do what they paid him to do. Like, you paid him to be possibly top 2 point guard in the league.
Was he ever a top 2 point guard in the league?
What? I think he was arguably the best point. He got the deal.
Yeah, he was never the best point guard. He was never better than Kyrie Irving.
John
Wall was never better than Kyrie Irving. John Wall was never better than Kyrie Irving.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Because John. Now look, here's why. Because John Wall was also a better defender than what Kyrie was, and John Wall was a much better playmaker than what Kyrie was. So yes, Kyrie got the bucket, but John Wall on his own team took him to the playoffs. I think they won close to 50 games. I don't know if he made the all-defensive team, but he was close to making it. He got some votes.
Didn't Kyrie have a ring at that point in time when they gave that man that contract, bro? So I don't want to hear that. No. You're not gonna get away with that.
What does
like
that
mean? Aaron Paul mean where he's like you can't keep getting away with this.
Kyrie was the better offensive player. Kyrie was the better offensive player, but John Wall, I personally think, in my humble opinion, was the better all-around player out of the two. And even if you think it wasn't, it was still a discussion between the two. The fact there was a discussion between the two tells you where John Wall's career was projected to go.
I don't think it was a discussion. I think you was having this discussion.
I think he was having this discussion. Like, do we not remember what John Wall did in that 2017 season?
It was smooth.
Smooth. He averaged 20 and 10, bro.
It was smooth.
That's smooth.
It was smooth. What did he do in the playoffs?
They went to the second round, lost to 7 to Boston.
Exactly.
That's terrible.
You love talking to me about people that lost in the second round.
The man averaged 23 and basically 11 with 2 steals.
Okay.
And he was
Dwayne Wade can get me to the second round. I don't care about that. I done made the cover of the episode already. John Wall.
But an older Dwayne Wade was still a top 5 shooting guard in the league.
Yeah, you telling me John Wall was the Messiah because he took the Wizards to the second round? Ooh, scary.
I'm just saying that John Wall's a pretty damn good player, and when you
I never said he was a bad player, but I just said no. You the one arguing against him though. I'm not arguing against him. I'm arguing for him.
And when you pay a 26-year-old, well, I think he got the deal. He got the deal actually. I think it was before the 2018-2019 season. I think
that wasn't a bad deal though. So stop the cap.
I didn't say it was a bad deal.
Stop acting like it was a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. It was a good deal for the Wizards, considering that what he meant to that team and how much of a box office he was. But you can't heal your heel standing on couches in the club. All right.
I never said that it was a bad deal when they gave it to him. I said that it turned into one of the worst deals in the NBA. No, the worst deal in the NBA, and might have the potential to be one of the worst deals in NBA history. I didn't say it was a bad one when he gave it to him. I don't think it has the potential to be one of the worst deals in NBA history, man.
I don't. I think unless he doesn't play another game, which if I'm him, I'm limping my ass out there on that court because you're gonna give me that contract. You give me that check. Hashtag I want that check.
Like, yeah.
Hashtag bro, give me that check.
I'm like, yeah, but if you can't at least get back to, all-star level, you weren't even tradable.
What you gonna do? I got a 15% trade kicker. What you if I literally? What you gonna do other than pay me 90% of my salary? Because that's what I negotiated.
Nothing. I'm not talking about for John Wall. I'm talking about if I'm the Wizards.
Gee, number one, this man just said Draymond Green, the dark chocolate Homer Simpson of the NBA. Fam, you on timeout, young Brian Callen. What? You got to be white. That man called that man the dark chocolate Homer Simpson. My bad. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm the Wizards, I can't even trade you. So unless you basically either get back to a level in which you're tradable or get back to the level of what you were before the injury, I'm basically gonna be overpaying you. And also, I think very few of the Supermax deals will actually end up good for the team that got those players on them Supermax deals.
Well, yeah, but the Supermax deals only exist because they want to play the highest. They want to pay the highest box office player. So it is what it is. Like I don't see why this has got to be like this crazy, like wild thing. Like I understand even from the Rich Paul thing, he did a good job negotiating those contracts and doing what he was supposed to do. I'm not mad at Rich Paul. Rich Paul did good business. I'm mad at the NBA union because my thing is, how are y'all a union? And a lot of your players are getting 90%, and some of them are getting whatever, and they basically not gonna get paid for the rest of the season. And it's like he might have to get that money back. Like whatever. All right, whatever.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
see.
not mad at the union.
But the thing that I will say is I think that when you think about what Rich Paul has done with the athletes that he has and everything, I think you have to give him credit. No, he does not need to be the chief of staff. No, Pavy.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. He doesn't. He does not need to. He does not need to be the chief of staff. He does not need to be the chief of staff. No, he doesn't.
If he can get John Wall $37 million while not playing the game, he can be chief of staff.
So is Rich Paul gonna balance the budget? I'm sorry. Is he gonna balance the budget?
I got faith in him to do it.
I really want to put that man head on Rahm Emanuel. When Rahm Emanuel was Barack Obama chief of staff.
I trust. Look, check it out. I trust LeBron hard, and I trust Rich Paul's ability to run a business. LeBron 2040. I'm voting.
No, G, I gotta do that. That might be the name of this episode, G. Hell yeah, I might have to do that. That's fucking hilarious, bro. I'm crying. The funniest picture is that one of Ron was crying and Barack was clapping.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's like a picture where Rahm Emanuel is crying and Barack is like clapping.
No.
But never mind. I'm definitely finna. I don't know, man. We got so many episode titles. That's funny as hell. Go ahead, continue.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, like you say, you mad at the union. Me, I'm just the agents. I think you got to put that onus on the agents. But again,
it's not that I'm mad at the union. I'm just upset that I'm just upset that a lot of guys are gonna be missing out on money. That's all. But it is what it, no, but wait a minute. But it is what it is. Normal Americans are missing out on money. So who are these guys to think that they above reproach? I think that the guys that negotiated good business. But I think from a labor perspective, it's like, damn, now like a lot of the majority of your workforce is gonna get screwed out of checks that they would have gotten had you all negotiated better for the entire union as a whole. So it's not where I'm criticizing Rich Paul or LeBron James or Clutch Sports or Rich Kleiman or any or Rock Nation or any of these entities that want to do good business on behalf of their client. I'm criticizing the players union, which is supposed to be able to look out for the players that are not represented by Clutch Sports, Rich Kleiman, and Jay-Z. That's what I'm talking about. And those guys are the guys that, like you said, you talking to me about rookies not having no money for pretty much for the rest of this year. Well, if their salaries is gonna get cut by whatever percentage it is, then guess what? That sucks, and you guys are screwed. And although it is a force majeure, kind of clause, and those are act of God types of things, which is like you can't control viruses; they acts of God. It's an unfortunate situation, but it's unfortunate for a lot of workers. I mean, the workers at Amazon are striking. There's workers all over the world currently striking right now. So I mean, I think that it's just I think it's more of a capitalist, society and a workforce issue than it is a straight, thing. So I'm in no way trying to make this like a negative thing about Rich, Paul. Like I said, I just don't think. I don't want to see any more celebrity presidents. So that's why I say LeBron should be president. It's nothing against Rich Paul or Mav Carter. Like, I'm sure they would do a decent job. But I don't want to see no more goddamn reality stars being presidents. And LeBron is an athlete. And athletes are reality TV stars. And I'm sick of it. I want to get some actual politicians, some actual scholars, some actual scientists, some actual people who know what the hell they doing. I don't get. That's the point. That's the goddamn point. It's a goddamn popularity contest when it should be about running the goddamn country and doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I don't want to hear that, man.
Scholar to know how to run to know how to run a good business. My thing is, if you got a good heart and you can run a good business, I'm rocking with you.
Guess what? All the guys you done told me know how to run a good business been getting this country in debt. So you tell me who Weasel? What do you mean who?
Who?
What do you mean who?
That I said know how to run a good business.
What do you mean? You gotta if you voted for any president, you gotta believe in their ability to run a business. America is a business. What you mean?
I mean, yeah.
So what you mean?
Okay.
What you mean? If America is a business, when you vote for them, you voting for them to run America. With
Obama, I'm pretty sure a lot of us voted because he's black, but like I feel you.
Guess what?
I feel you, but I'm pretty sure we voted because
that's my whole point.
African American.
Oh shit, my bad. But actually, I'm not mad at Barack. I'm not mad at Barack being elected because Barack was a scholar. That's what I'm saying. He was a scholar. So although he wasn't able to execute on all of the ideas he was a scholar, and he did have ideas, and he had trusted the smartest people to be able to go out and do the things that they are doing. But a lot of these guys that people say are good leaders don't wind up being good businessmen and aren't capable of running a country. So I don't care just because they're a good leader. Can you run a business and run a goddamn country? Because there's 370 million people in this goddamn country. That's a lot of people. It ain't a media company. It ain't The Apprentice. You know what I mean? It ain't your Harvard parties that you have with your homies because you own the Texans and you like to get drunk and you used to get fucked up in college. It ain't because you some Arkansas playboy that everybody liked and thought was cool. Like, I want somebody that's gonna run this shit the right way. I don't want
It's
no
also
more
why
goddamn celebrities in the White House. Keep the celebrities out the White
I'm
House.
voting for LeBron.
I'm not voting for LeBron.
I'm
Keep the
voting for LeBron.
celebrities out the White House.
I'm
Guess
dead
what?
serious.
If LeBron go and LeBron get a real PhD from a real accredited university,
don't need
and
no PhD for me to vote for him.
yes, he
I
need
trust
one
that
for me
man
to vote
hard.
for him. And I don't.
I trust that man hard.
No.
And
Guess what? It's a lot of people that trusted all of these presidents hard. And guess what? We still out here. Duh.
I mean, I think I think the sad part about politics in general is just like somebody's gonna end up fucked up because you can never please everybody when talking about politics, and somebody is always gonna be happy with you.
You could just do a good job, G. You could just do a good job, G.
Yeah, but you're not gonna always do a good job to everybody. Like that's just the thing about politics. Like somebody is always gonna get. It's like business. Somebody is always gonna take the L. Even like if you negotiate the best deal, somebody always wins. There's always a winner and loser. Now, it's just like it might be a 51, 59% thing, but there are very rarely times when it's 50-50.
What that got to do with LeBron being the president?
The thing is about this. I trust his heart, and also I trust the people that he has around him to be able to run a business. And if you can do that, we see where it goes.
Because they can get some athletes, some contracts.
Listen. We see
they're going to have to go around the world. And listen. Negotiate with oil, goddamn.
Yes. And we see where he goes in these next 20 years, and we can see what he does. And we can see what he does off basketball. Yes, but the main.
I'm sure somebody was saying this about Donald Trump.
I'm
sure somebody was saying the same thing about Donald Trump in the 1990s. I don't want to hear that.
About Trump is like, for one, the USL went bankrupt. He had the amazing idea to try to run it when doing the NFL season. Why the hell would you do that? That's not a good idea, bro. Run it in the spring.
Okay,
that's
so what? But that's not the point. People have considered him to be a good businessman.
Look,
nobody's ever considered him to be a good heart though. He's never had a good heart. Never.
That too. But like those type of things tell you it's like, yo, I question your business acumen. Not granted, you like did make mad money, but it's like, what gave you the idea that we could run it a new football league against the NFL?
I mean, it makes sense.
Why does it make sense?
It makes sense because then kind of the shock and awe of it is like, who are they to think they can run against the NFL? I'm gonna watch it to say I hate it, and then if it's good, huh?
How long did shock and awe?
Yeah, because the football was bad. The XFL was good this year. Football fans love the XFL. They also
didn't run it during the NFL though.
But you're not listening to what I'm saying. Football fans loved XFL football.
I get that, but you know when they ran it when it wasn't no football on.
Yeah, but what you don't understand is the first week of the XFL numbers back then was good. It's just after that the football was just unwatchable. It was the WWE on a football field. Nowadays the XFL is like the middle of the NFL and college. Literally, one of the XFL quarters just got signed by the Chiefs. I think it was by the Chiefs.
No, but Trump wasn't with the XFL. It was with the USFL.
Oh, the USFL? Still.
It was good football when it was in the spring. The issue with
okay. The USFL. Never mind. I thought you were talking about the XFL.
Never ever the football. It was that they tried to run against the NFL during the spring.
Still,
like literally, everybody else was like, "No, don't do that." He like, "Yeah, let's do it."
So
why?
What? Well, because for the same reasons I just said. But the football has to be amazing. The XFL football was good this year. The actual football was good.
Try to run it against the NFL and see what
happens. Actual football was good. The first two XFL games were actually very entertaining. One of them was a low-scoring defensive bout, and the other one was a high-scoring game. I remember both of them. I don't remember every single play, but I remember the feeling I had when I watched it. I was like, yo, this is pretty dope. And had we not been covering Clippers games every weekend for the last 4 weeks or so before the season closed, I would have been watching even more XFL football.
It has nothing to do with the fact what I just said.
It does. Yes, it does, though, G, because you're trying to get fans from you trying to basically go in and try to steal a little bit of their market share. And if you can steal a little bit of their market share by doing it at the same time, you think, okay, cool. If we can come in, let's just say they averaging 19 million views a broadcast or 15 million views a broadcast. If we can come in and initially steal 10, and then we can keep a constant 5 because people want to watch us just to hate on us, and we can get the gamblers on our side, then it makes sense. It does. It makes sense, especially if you got enough people willing to throw away some money. If you got enough people willing to throw away some money, anything makes sense.
And if you go do that,
look. If I told Bill Gates I wanted to genetically make unicorns so that way they can heal the human race,
Yeah,
and
he
he
got
thought
enough
that,
money.
and he thought it was a
Yes.
good enough idea, he could give me $1 billion, and reasonably somebody be like, why would you do that? He'd be like, because I thought it was a good idea.
Yes, but again, when you do things like that and you make brash things like that, the first thing you have to have is a established fan base.
I'm
I
sure
think.
Braun
And
has
you
some
have to
business. LeBron did the decision. That's a business mishap.
But
That's a huge
again,
business
hold
mishap.
on,
That's
hold
a
on,
huge
hold
business
on,
mishap.
hold
We gotta
on,
stop, G.
Hold on.
Stop, G.
Hold on. The thing about the decision is it was for charity.
I never bet on the games, Brian.
It was for charity.
Huh?
The thing about the decision is it was for charity.
It was still
It was for
classless.
charity.
It was still classless.
It was classless, but
still
it was for charity.
classless. It was
It
still
was for charity.
Okay,
was for
so
charity.
what? It was classless.
Your heart was in the right place.
It was class. So it was
Your heart was in the
classless.
right
It was
place. You
still
gave money away to
classless.
charity. You gave money away to the boys.
His
and
heart
girls
was in the
club
right
in
place. He was
Ohio.
trying to
Heart
make a
was in
new
the right place.
football league. You said it like his heart was in the wrong place because he was
It was
trying to
in the
help a new
wrong place.
football league.
He thought he was being arrogant and was like,
Point
we can do this.
The fact that we are comparing LeBron James and Donald Trump in the same conversation means that I don't want LeBron James to run for president. I don't want any more celebrity presidents. I want scholars. I want people that are
And
scientists.
also,
I want visionaries. I want those kind of people there. I
That's
don't
almost
want
never been
athletes.
politics, though.
I
It's
don't
always since the
care.
history of
That
time
is
been
why
celebrities.
that is why we have been
Always
getting
been
our
celebrities.
ass whooped.
It's just
That is why we've been
politicians
getting
were the
our
celebrities.
ass whooped since we stopped electing generals to run the goddamn U.S.
They were celebrities.
Huh?
They was the celebrities.
The
back then.
generals?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they was
They
beating
was
people
celebrities.
ass.
I mean,
Because they was beating ass.
And then it was just less entertainment.
And they
like,
was
that's
beating
just,
ass.
Yeah.
Let's
But,
not act like they wasn't beating ass, G.
Yes.
We
but
remember
real quick,
Ulysses S.S. Grant because he was beating ass. We don't even know who ass he beat specifically. We just remember he was
the
beating
South.
ass. Exactly. He was beating ass.
beating the shit out the South.
Beating ass, G. You don't remember Paul Revere, right? I'm sorry. People don't remember the name of the army that fought behind Paul Revere. But you know who they remember? They remember Paul Revere because
Paul
he
Revere
called.
wasn't a. He was no, he just rolled the night.
But this is the point. This is the point. He
That's
called
right.
the army. He called the army so that way they could beat ass, and that's why we remember him
Nah,
because
he
he
really-
called. It don't matter.
He just like rolled around like, yo, they coming, bro.
He called the army and then they started beating ass. We only
so
know people
we
through
remember him
through the
because he
history of
saved
the U.S.
fucking America.
for beating ass.
They also might have got watched. He just awoke America. If you kill all the people while they sleep, we not here right now.
Exactly. So he woke them up and then they started beating ass.
All right, I feel you.
Did they not start beating ass?
I actually got to go back and read the story. I don't even know if they actually won that fight. I legit don't know. I see they just like held them off. Like the Brits tried to like sneak attack them. It was like, all right, we didn't get washed. It's going into overtime.
You funny as hell. Let me hold on. Damn, did I adjust that? Okay, I did. All right, cool. No, legit, we beat ass, G.
But I guess this is a hot topic right now. I mean, this is something. I guess people have wondered about for years. If Melo gets drafted by the Pistons, how many rings does Melo have, and what does the Pistons franchise history look like if they make the Melo pick instead of Darko Milicic?
Isaiah Thomas convinced me during the Knuckleheads podcast that the Pistons franchise history is good enough. I don't think that the Pistons would have won a ring though.
At all?
No, LeBron James still exists.
They wouldn't have won one ring.
Mm-mm.
Didn't they go to the finals?
Not with Melo.
Didn't they play the Spurs that year in the finals?
Yeah,
No,
but Tayshaun Prince was
didn't they-
there. Let's not act like Tayshaun Prince wasn't a huge part of that
Oh,
team.
wait, they won the finals that year.
Hmm?
They won the finals that year.
Yeah, the year he got drafted. Yeah, but who's to say that that's gonna work out? You win the finals. You win the finals because your team is built on grit and defense and playing hard and doing what you can do. If you forcing Melo to get shots and put Melo on opportunities to get shots, and he's a rookie and you gonna depend on him to get shots, that don't mean you gonna make it to the finals. I actually think that they would have fared worse without Melo. I think that team was built the way that it was built, and I think that that's why they won, because they were underdogs. And with Melo, you're not an underdog.
I think you would be. I think they would win the
No,
ring.
you wouldn't
I
be.
think that they-
No, you
I
wouldn't
think
be.
they-
Nobody
I
knew
think-
nobody knew what the hell Darko Milicic could do.
That's not exactly true.
The people thought did you think Darko was gonna be better than Melo?
I thought it was going. I mean, I don't know what I thought the 03, but
I'm asking you right now. Did you think Darko was gonna be better than Melo? Hell no, I didn't think Darko was gonna. I was literally surprised when they took Darko. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Nah, I knew Melo wasn't going to the Pistons because I just, from all intents and purposes, they was like, no, actually, because I was watching the other day. I was watching a high school game. They was talking about Darko might be the number 1 pick even over LeBron. So I don't know what I would have thought if I was of age back in that time. I don't know what I would have thought. I also don't think Darko sucked. I just think that Larry Brown don't play
Darko
rookies.
was never going to be the number 1 pick over LeBron. Let's stop. Stop.
Look. This is look. And also, well, I don't know about that. It depends on who gets the pick.
Man,
Like,
get out of here. Ain't nobody taking Darko over LeBron.
I don't know
If I'm
about
the
that.
Lakers
Like,
if I'm the Lakers and I got the number 1 pick, I'm drafting LeBron.
I mean, it's
LeBron,
LA.
Shaq, and Kobe.
I mean, yeah, it's LA, but like we don't know.
Any team in the NBA, I'm drafting LeBron. What you talking about? What?
Like, bro, Darko.
What?
Like, bro,
He was on the
Darko,
cover of Sports Illustrated. That's like not drafting Zion. The
yeah,
Lion.
but
Zion,
yeah,
the Lion. Did you not see him? Did you not
but
see his
listen,
work?
yes, but
You didn't see his
listen,
work?
listen.
You didn't see LeBron work?
Listen, it's like not drafting Zion, but there's Luke in the draft. That's what people thought
I'm
Darko
drafting
was.
Zion. Zion's box office, LeBron's box office.
His box
Darko
office.
Milicic wasn't no fucking box office. Who was trying to drafting Darko Milicic number 1 over LeBron would have been like drafting Kristaps Porzingis when you drafted Kristaps Porzingis when Phil drafted him. What pick did Phil draft? I mean, KP 4 exactly. Stop. No.
I just think that you.
No, that's like drafting Kristaps Porzingis number 1. No, he went number 4 for a reason. God damn it. Stop.
I think that
Preposterous.
but also I think if Kristaps was American, he would have went first. I just think that people had this thing with picking foreign players number 1 because you don't see them so much. I think people have a thing like people are scared to pick foreign
Who
players.
was the number 1 in that draft with Kristaps?
Towns.
He would not have went number 1.
I disagree with that. G 7-3 shooting. If KP goes to college, you don't know what he does in college. He might go to college and get you 15 and 8.
He wouldn't have been better than Cat though. Coming out of no,
I mean, yeah, but Cat's numbers at Kentucky weren't even like that crazy.
it don't matter. Look at his skill set. Look at his skill set. He projected to be exactly who he is. He's just a little bit soft around the edges.
I don't think you do. I don't think nobody knew he shot this well because he wasn't shooting threes like that at Kentucky. And also, I remember the discussion being who's better between him and Jaleel. It's just the NBA changed on Jaleel. Like as soon as he got in the league, it changed. Well, also Jaleel.
No, as soon as Jaleel punched that man in the face and knocked him the fuck out, Jaleel linked that man, and that was it.
That he also tore his meniscus his rookie year.
He also linked that man. If he wouldn't have punched that man, they would have forgave that meniscus. He linked that man on TMZ, and the world saw it, and he embarrassed the league, and they was like, "Yeah, we not rocking with this, fam."
He also tore his meniscus. So, like, can you imagine tearing your meniscus? Like
after you linked the man.
After you linked the man, but if you was going out there and give him 18 points and you linked the man, I might forgive it quicker. You go out there and you get hurt. Now I don't know if I can forgive it. Yeah. But to answer the question, I do think they might have got a ring. But like Melo even said when he was talking to D-Wade, I don't know if Melo becomes the player that he is today. If he gets read about the Pistons, he's probably coming off the bench. He might be like might sound hilarious, a glorified Vinnie Johnson. Like what Vinnie Johnson was for those bad boy Pistons teams. He might be that.
So Melo was gonna be the microwave.
Who? A glorified version of it, yeah. Like you said, they were built off defense. I don't know if Melo becomes the same player that Melo is if he goes to the Pistons, as opposed to going to Denver where he's handed the ball.
You used to be saying this stuff during the NBA season. That's the wildest part.
Huh?
You used to be saying this stuff during the NBA season. That's the wildest part.
No, like what doesn't make sense to you about that? Like you said, the team is built around defense.
The man is not gonna be no goddamn Vinny the Microwave Johnson.
Why would he not be? Vinny was hard.
G.
He
ain't Melo. No, he wouldn't have. Melo was always destined to be Melo. Melo was never gonna continue to be playing number 2 behind Tayshaun Prince.
But obviously, at some point in time, Melo would have assumed the role of Carmelo Anthony, and also I think it would have helped him out. Like when they had those series against LeBron, if Bron going out to give you 22 points straight, I think Melo would have an answer for that. I just do. They lost to LeBron a couple times, and even some of those conference finals that they lost when they was going up against D-Wade, I think Melo would have had an answer for that. When you get to 06 and 07, and then when they fell off the cliff because all of them got old, you still got Melo to build around.
I mean, he's not Vinny the Microwave Johnson. He's no.
I'm saying to start off, he would have been a glorified version of Vinny the Microwave Johnson, and I don't know if we get the same Melo that we saw.
No, he wouldn't have been. He would have been Michael Porter Jr. if Mike Malone let him play.
He don't get to play like that, and also Larry Brown don't play rookies.
Which is even better for the Pistons. I mean, Melo might have actually had a ring. He might He might have, but I don't think that would have happened because I think Melo is too good. So when Melo comes in, you don't sit Melo on the bench over Tayshaun Prince. You start Melo and bring Tayshaun off the six man.
Melo set, not Melo. Larry Brown set Melo and Bron in the damn Olympics when they finished bronze. They had Richard Jefferson playing over them. I think he would have found a way.
Yeah, but that's the Olympics. It's different basketball. The Richard Jefferson was used to playing more of a team scheme, so sometimes when you just need a guy to just go out there and just fill his role, that's what happens. If like we've seen a clear distinction between Olympic basketball play and NBA basketball play. Two totally different types of basketball play, but you have to mentally be ready to go and play disciplined basketball in the
We won bronze.
Okay, so what?
Court, G.
Huh?
We won.
I'm not arguing with the decision to put them on the court, but I'm just keeping it a buck with you.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck, G.
Goddamn court. And also, Melo went to college. He knows how to play in a scheme. Now, Bron, I give you that because Bron was in high school. Bron was Bron, the center of attention. But Melo went to college. Melo know how to play in the scheme. Put them on the damn court. We won bronze. I'm just saying, I think Melo would have a ring. I think that people would, at least probably two, I think. And I think that people would look at his career differently, but I don't know if they would look at him, the player, the same way if he gets drafted by the Pistons instead of the Nuggets. Because I don't know if he would have had the same type of moments he had early on if he gets drafted by the Pistons. I think he has to play more of a role in Detroit, and in Denver they basically gave him the keys to the car from day one. Not basically, they did give him the keys to the car from day one.
I would just personally disagree with that because I think that in a lot of the times the Pistons were missing a bucket, and I think more times than not in those situations when you saw that they were missing a bucket, Melo would have been in the games in those situations, and therefore with Melo in the game, he's gonna play valuable minutes. I don't think he's just gonna be relegated to being no Vinny the Microwave Johnson. I think
but Vinny played valuable minutes. Vinny hit game when it's in the finals.
Yeah, years later, not in his rookie year. That's what I'm saying though. You putting Vinny the Microwave Johnson expectations on a rookie year, Melo. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Like no, Melo would have came in and been much better than that. He would have been. I'm sorry. I just think that that's an unfair comparison. I just think he's a guy that's a different type of talent that we've ever seen in the NBA. And I think that the worst part of his career was the fact that he wasn't drafted by a team that was loaded with talent that had the pick that decided to choose a stretch four over choosing a guy that can get you a bucket at any point in time. And also, when he wanted to, be a bull on defense. That's my own point. That's my only point on it. And because even when you talk about Vinny the Microwave Johnson, I don't hear people talking about Vinny the Microwave Johnson playing defense. When Melo wanted to strap up, Melo strapped up. When Melo played, when Melo, he played Bron and Kobe, he went out there and he took the challenge defensively. And that's what you was looking for him for night in and night out. When usually, if he had to play the other, team's best defender, I don't never remember Melo telling other people to take the other team's best defender, or ever best being player. Like, or playing in the game where I'm like, where's Melo guarding the other team best player? So all I'm saying is he had the burden of not only going out there and guarding a 2 or 3 or sometimes even a 4, but he also was still going out there and giving you buckets, doing what he was supposed to do. I'm not going to compare Vinny Johnson to him because I think Melo is a top 50 player, and I don't think Vinny Johnson is a top 250 player. So that's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying from day one, I think he would have played a role like that.
No offense to you. For once, I'm sticking up for Melo.
I'm just saying from day one, I think he would have played a role like that. Now, like I said, as you get into the later years, 05, 06, 07, 08, when some of those guys get older, Melo can assert his dominance more on the team. And you need somebody to go up against Bron. You need somebody to go up against D-Wade. Then I think the team would be more so his. But starting off, I think he would have played a role off the bench, been a 6-man, and been a guy you would have used in spot moments when shit was rough, as opposed to you go to Denver and you averaging 20 out the gate because you handed the keys.
I don't even think he would average 20 out the gate. I think he would average smooth like 16, 17.
I don't know if he gets 17. I think he averaging like 14.
I just really think that you don't. I just think because I was such a Bulls fan at that point in time, I in my whole life, honestly, but I've been less of a Bulls fan the past 8 years because I just despise Garpax. But early 2000s and that whole span when the Pistons were on their rise, they were pounding on the Bulls all the time. So I was used to seeing that. So much to the tune where even when Rip Hamilton signed with the Bulls, I was happy. Stupid, but I was happy.
A lot of people were happy. You weren't the only one.
Yeah, but no, this is all I'm saying. So even with that being said, I watched those Pistons teams a lot during that span that they had, especially because they always played the Bulls. And I just think that Melo on that team would have created an entirely different dynamic. And I think rather than their games being like 73-69, they would have been more like 81-83 or 81 or something. I think Melo increases the output a little bit, which makes you take your foot off the gas a little bit because there was no real shot creator on that team. Who on that team could get you a bucket at any given time?
Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace.
Not at any given time. No.
Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace.
No. Not
Chauncey
at
Billups, Rasheed Wallace. Yes, they could.
At any given time, you cannot just.
And Chauncey could.
No, not like Melo.
I mean, obviously not like Melo, but they could still get you a bucket. Like they had 3 go-to guys basically. They had Rip. You could like run Rip around the screen.
Though.
Listen. You had Rip. You could run Rip around the screen, and it was money anytime. Chauncey could create with the ball in his hand.
I'm sorry. That was funny. I'm sorry.
If you needed something down low, you had Sheed. Now, so the question is, do you trade with Sheed if you have Melo? I think that's the question. But assuming you still make the Sheed trade, I don't think you need 14.
Why do I trade Sheed? I'm sorry. Why do I trade Sheed? Sheed can stretch the 3. I'm sorry. At the 4.
No, I'm saying why? No, I'm saying do you trade for Sheed? Because Sheed wasn't there yet. She got there halfway through the season.
Oh yeah.
And
that's also why I say they don't win a championship.
So assuming that they would still make the Sheed trade, I don't think you would need 17 points for Melo. Nah, he would go out there and give you like 13, 14. I remember when Ben Gordon win Rookie of the Year and 6 Man of the Year, same, but in his Rookie of the Year and 6 Man, or was he run up in 6 Man?
Gordon won.
Or was it Emeka that won Rookie of the Year and he won 6 Man?
He won 6 Man of the Year and he was all rookie first team his first year.
I think that he would be. I think that Melo would do something like that first year. Now, like I said, as you get to 06, 07, when some of those guys get older and they kind of take their foot off gas a little bit. Melo is yours, lead us to the promised land.
Gordon,
again, you need somebody to go up against Braun when Braun going bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket.
His first 3 years in the league, honestly, actually his first 5 years in the league were really
Jordan was hard. It's just when he got to Detroit, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he just said that he just lost that mental, where he was mentally. His mental health changed once he moved to Detroit after he left the Bulls.
Yeah, that can move. Detroit can do that sometimes.
I mean, not even that. He just said he kind of was just saying like he felt like everything changed and how he would feel when he was, he used to talk about like, yeah. I mean, go read his article. It's pretty dark, but I'm thank you, Ben Gordon, for writing that article. If you ever see this, by the way. But actually, speaking of Ben Gordon, give me your top 5 most unpredictable. What the hell? How did you do that? Shot makers that you've seen in the NBA.
Kyrie Irving, Manu Ginobili.
Mm-hmm.
Steph got to be in there because he's throwing up bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, bro.
mad.
Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, because Kobe would throw up ignorant shit too. And my last guy, I'm gonna go with Michael Jordan too, because Mike would like jump 40 feet in the air, wait till you came down, double clutch, and then throw the ball in the rim.
Yep. For me, number 1, I'm gonna go Kobe Bryant. Number 2, I'm gonna go Allen Iverson. Number 3, I'm gonna go Dwayne Wade. Number 4, I'm gonna actually go Ben Gordon, because I remember watching Ben Gordon and thinking, how in the hell are you making these goddamn shots? And number 5, I'm actually gonna go with Isaiah Thomas. And I know that sounds mad, like what? But I'm gonna go with Isaiah Thomas.
Which one?
IT4, number 2. And I'm gonna go with him because when he was doing what he was doing, averaging near 30, it would be times when he would drive to the rim and would be throwing stuff up and it would go in, or he would take a long distance 3, or he would shake somebody a little bit and get 2 or 3 feet worth of space, but it looked like they finna block his shot. And somehow they go in, and that's just been some of the craziest shot making that I've seen, to be honest. And it's just, and yeah, it's purely because of height, but whatever. And then obviously you got those other guys you named as well. D Wade, and D Wade is one of my favorite difficult shot makers of all time.
I feel like D Wade made difficult layups, not necessarily difficult shots.
I disagree with that. What about the 3 in Los Angeles?
What 3 in LA?
The 3 that he hit in LA when he threw it up and banked it off the backboard.
I thought that was Kobe that did that.
No, that was D Wade, wasn't it? It was D Wade.
That was D Wade that hit that? I thought it was Kobe that hit that.
D Wade has one of those too, where he just threw the ball up. He has one versus Golden State last year, and he got another one, I thought, where he just threw the ball up and then win it.
The craziest D Wade game when he stole the ball from the Bulls and threw that bitch up from there in the half court.
And what is that? A crazy shot maker, right?
I mean, it was open, but yeah, considering time, I don't think I could.
Why does it matter if it's open? Is a difficult shot not a difficult shot?
Nah, I mean, like when it's like, what the fuck did you just do?
I mean, Steph Curry was kind of open when Roberson was on him.
But from the distance, it's like, why would you do that? And it's like, wow, that's why.
And also, I think crazy layups are way harder to make than crazy shots. To be a consistent crazy layup maker, that means you got to consistently get the ball up and near the box.
I mean, to be a consistent shot maker, that's shot maker crazy shot is hard as hell too. I mean, you got to get the shot off first.
But I think D Wade got as many crazy shots as he has as many crazy layups.
That's fair. I just wouldn't put him in my top 5.
I would. AI too. I mean, D Wade is just a bigger AI. Steph Curry honestly is a bigger. Steph Curry is AI if he could shoot. Because even I was watching a highlight video of AI. I'm sorry,
of A. Off a lot of screens. He came off a lot of screens.
No, wait a minute. Listen to what I'm saying. At the rim, I was watching a lot of AIs like layups, his layup packages, how he made shots underneath the basket. It looks very Steph Curry-esque to me. It's just Steph Curry's 6'3", and he can hit a jumper from anywhere on the floor. And AI was 5'11" and loved playing in the paint.
He also came off a lot of screens too.
I mean, what does Steph Curry do? He don't come off a lot of screens.
I didn't say I disagree with you. I just said AI came off a lot of screens. He act like he was ISOing all day.
I just asked you a question.
Yeah, he come off a lot of screens. But also that's why AI got so much respect for stuff. Well, AI got so much respect for like all guard, everybody honestly in general. But he got so much respect, I think, for guards because it's like
also again, that way he shot versus the Bulls when he threw that up at the 3-point line. That it's my house. The one versus the Warriors. No, never mind. You know what? I guess that might have been Kobe. My bad.
Yeah, it was Kobe.
Maybe,
Kobe like
my bad. I tweaked on that. TPJ still a Rockets hater. No, I'm not. Pour up the whole damn sea. I'm gonna get lazy. That's funny as hell.
When I said Marco Bellinelli, I agree with that. G
Marco and Noach. Noach too. Noach used to make some hard shots. I'm finna watch Andres Nocioni compilation.
Noach was actually one of the Bulls. Actually, that Bulls team was not a bad watch. I actually enjoy watching that Bulls team.
I wish Noach could have been in the NBA playing with Derrick Rose when Noach was doing what Noach was doing.
I actually enjoyed watching that team more than I enjoyed watching the team that D Rose played on. I hated watching everybody but play besides D Rose.
Why? Oh, well, you know what? That team had Keith Bogans, Ronnie Brewer.
Yeah. Keith Bogans, Ronnie Brewer. I never liked Joakim Noah since college. I'm not breaking down the walls to watch Dang hoop.
Yeah. That's wild. This man,
I was on that team. Like, I'm sorry, that team was not an exciting watch to me outside of D Rose.
That's funny. They got a mixtape.
Yeah, Noah's one of the most famous players in the world.
Yeah, no, I saw he got like a top
Hall of Famer.
Huh?
Is Noah's a Hall of Famer?
Is he one?
Yeah. I mean, his European, like what is his European basketball career?
Let me see. Andres Nocioni, he won a FIBA World Cup. He's a EuroLeague champion, EuroLeague Final Four MVP, 2-time EuroLeague second team, 3-time Spanish League champion, 4-time Spanish Cup winner, Spanish Cup, Super Cup, Spanish Cup League MVP in 2004, 2-time Spanish League 2004, 2013. He has a gold in the 2004 Athens, a bronze in Beijing, a silver in the World Cup. And in the NBA, he averaged 10.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, averaged 14.1 points per game. In the EuroLeague, hold on wait a minute. In the EuroLeague, he only averaged 16.8.
Yeah, but they only play 40 minutes though.
He was playing 29 minutes a game though.
I mean, yeah, but nobody in EuroLeague go out there and average 30s. He is Euro.
Yeah.
That's why Euro stats are misleading. Like Luka averaged like 18 points a Euro and he won MVP. Off of 18 points, but you playing 40 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if Noach is. Nah, I can't. Let's see. If Noach got, let's see, Noach, does he have 5,000 points in the NBA? He has 5,000 points in the NBA. 5,000 points, 1,900 rebounds. I'm sorry, 2,200. Actually, almost 2,300 rebounds, 614 assists, 215 steals. No, he's not all of. I can't do that. I'm sorry. If it's the world basketball telling me they want to nominate him, yeah, nominate him. But is he a Hall of Famer? Hell no. Hell no. Although, Noach G. Who does this he just dunked on like that? I remember that too. It was that white boy that used to play on the Wizards, number 14. The one that was slow and real unathletic.
Wow, you just really like made that so easy for me to name.
I mean, there was only a few white boys that played on the Wizards in the front court that was slow and athletic. Forgot his name.
Was it Leitner?
No, I wasn't Leitner. It was number 14. He was younger. Man, this man Noach low key was decent in the NBA though. I love watching Noach in the NBA.
Yeah, Noach was nice.
He was dunking on motherfuckers.
I remember I went to the playoff series when they played the Wizards.
Oh, for real?
When Gilbert walked them off, I think I went to that game.
Yeah. Noach caught a few bodies in the league too. He dunked on. Is that Turk? Oh no, who is that? I don't even know who that was. Ooh, Cliff Robinson. Ooh, he made Cliff Robinson look crazy. Huh? Although
I'm telling
Cliff
you,
was
I
old.
enjoy watching that Bulls team more than I enjoy watching the D Rose Bulls team. Outside of D Rose, that team was not fun to watch.
That's funny as hell. I mean, that team had Lou Alding though. Lou Alding was on the team with Noach, and you telling me Lou Alding ain't no don't deserve to get his jersey retired by the Bulls?
I don't know if he can get retired, G.
Disrespectful, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if he can get retired, bro. I don't know.
Disrespectful to the game of basketball, fam.
I don't know if he can get retired. I do not know.
I think you're disrespectful, and I know
I think
that.
Noah is.
Huh?
Noah is for sure. I don't know if he will though. Noah and D-Rose real. I don't know if Dang will. And if they do, it's gonna take them like 10 years.
They better.
It's gonna take them like 10, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be something that happens like within 5 years. It's gonna take them a while.
If they don't retire Derrick Rose's jersey immediately after he retires, I'm done with him.
You're gonna be mad because they're not gonna do that.
Then I'm never rooting for the Bulls again.
It's gonna take them like 5 years.
If it takes the Bulls longer than 3 years to retire Derrick Rose's jersey, I'm never rooting for the Bulls again.
You're gonna be mad when they like.
If it takes the Bulls longer than 3, actually, if it takes the Bulls longer than 2 years to retire Derrick Rose's jersey,
I'm take them longer than 2 months.
2 years. I give him 2 years.
No, 2 months. As soon as that man, the Bulls got 2 MVPs in franchise history. One Michael Jordan, the other D Rose. Put that man up there.
I agree. But anyways, it's been an hour. I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to go watch some more Ozarks. Any final words for the night? We gonna stream tomorrow night again. Yeah.
Stay safe, everybody. Hope you guys are quarantining still.
Yeah. I would say don't drink and drive, but there ain't nowhere to go. So ain't no goddamn where to go.
And make sure you guys thank you for continuing to support the content. We've been at it damn near 4 years now.
Well, yeah, we've been at it 4 years. We've been in business officially 2 years. I think in like a week.
Oh shit, we got to take shots on Skype.
We've been a company for 2 years, so shout out to y'all for keeping us a company for 2 years.
Got to take shots on Skype, but yeah, so shout out to all y'all for continuing to support the content. Thank you, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be doing our top 20 small forwards revised list. We meant to do this a long time ago, but we just kind of like forgot. I've had my list ready for a while.
We didn't forget the Rona started appearing, and then life.
No, that's not what happened. No, like glasses came on, and then we didn't do it that weekend. And then we just like forgot, and then the Rona came, and then
I don't think we forgot though. I just think the Rona came. We had a guest because we don't like doing guests with lists. I mean, we don't like doing lists with guests because we like to scream at each other. And then glasses came on, and then before you know it, Rona was here. And it was like, damn. Because what did we do? We did like point guards, shooting guards, and centers, right?
No, we did point guards. We didn't do nothing else besides point guards.
Damn, really? Oh,
yeah, we only did point guard.
And then I gotta think of 20 motherfuckers that play small forward. I can tell you one person that's not on my list.
Who?
Brandon Ingram.
Why would he be?
Exactly. Why would he be? Zion the Lion. He was gonna feast. Zion was gonna feast this year. He was going to go to the playoffs. He was going to beat LeBron in the first round. Zion was going to go to the playoffs this year.
Go home and shoot more commercials.
Zion was going to go to the playoffs this year. He was going to beat LeBron in the first round. And then after he beat LeBron in the first round, he was going to show y'all what Zion the Lion Williamson was about.
No, Zion was gonna go home by April 17th and shoot mad commercials.
Zion was about to go through the playoffs and be kicking over them buildings like Snoop did in the 90s.
Okay.
He was. Zion, the Lion.
You never know.
Zion would have beat LeBron in the first round, then you would never been able to speak to me again.
That wasn't going to
Because he wouldn't have been my GOAT. Is LeBron still your GOAT?
What?
What? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Is he?
No, Jordan.
Jordan?
Well, technically Bron. Like, I didn't...
Who is it? Who is it? Is it Dame Diddy or Dame?
It's Bron, because it's just like what he mean to my life. Like, I was here for this.
What does LeBron mean to your life? Because according to you, you said it's LeBron because of what he mean to your life. What does LeBron mean to your life? What has he done for you? I wouldn't be doing
this right now, G. Like, Hoops and Brews wouldn't exist if, like, Bron didn't exist. I wouldn't become the NBA if Bron didn't exist. I'm dead serious.
That's funny.
I've like them coming back 3-1. I've never felt so much joy.
That's funny as hell.
I still have that full game. Like I'm never watching that series ever until like 10 years.
Why? Watch it with your son for the first time. When you have a son, with whatever girl you've been tweeting about going to church with. When you have a baby with her.
You know who I went to church with.
How am I supposed to know who you? How the hell am I supposed to know who you went to church with?
Okay, you don't know who I went to church with.
What kind of goddamn statement is that? You know who I went to church with, like I was there with you or some shit. Like I was sitting there like, I don't know who the hell you went to church with. The hell out of here. What the hell? You know who I went to church with. What the fuck? Like I was there.
But nah, yeah, dead ass. First time I bring my son, a kid home from the hospital, boy or girl, sitting their ass on the couch. You watching the 2016 finals in its entirety.
She gonna be playing with Barbies like, why you like this game so much, Daddy? You can be like, look at this history. This is back when I ate vegetables. Back when I thought potatoes was the only vegetables.
I ate vegetables in 2016.
You did not eat vegetables in 2016. Stop lying.
I think I ate arugula then.
Huh?
I think I ate arugula then.
You just go, yeah, back when you used to call that shit arugula. Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna eat some arugula. Like, what the fuck are you eating? He said, yeah, man, I'm eating some arugula. Some what? Some arugula. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is arugula, man? And then I'm like, yo, what the fuck is arugula? He's like, I'm like, it's like, you know, the leafy shit, like lettuce. I'm like, arugula, motherfucker. He's like, yeah, arugula. Arugula.
Oh,
He's like, no, literally, he was like, yeah, arugula. Yeah, arugula. Like, yeah, I'm like, hey, you remember when that model gave you that strawberry for the first time, bro?
Shout out Chanel.
That man was like,
my life.
That man, she was like, you want a strawberry? Man said, I never had one before. She said, what? What you mean you never had a strawberry before? He's like, man, I lived in my grandma's house and she can cook. So I won't rock with nothing. It was chicken, burgers, and fries. That's all I ate. I don't fuck with. Like but you never had a strawberry? Like, I don't fuck with that G. She's like, try one. I'll feed it to you. He's like, all right, I try a strawberry. And he's like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I guess this is. I'm like, this is serious. Oh, it's pretty good.
Shout out Chanel. I think she's married now.
Damn, that man said, you know who I went to church with. Hey, look, you know Pavy on some next shit. That man went to church. You better not be sitting in the Lord's house.
What?
You heard what I said, goddamn.
Nah, I mean, nah.
You better not be going to church for the wrong reasons.
I went to church for the wrong reason, but I went for the wrong reason. But the sermon was dope though. You didn't read the verse I said?
Oh my god, I read the verse, but that
last time in church 2015. Last Sunday,
reading the verse and reading your rap lyrics.
Was needed, but I went for the cause.
Reading your rap lyrics and talking to you is two different things, my friend.
If
you watching this, you literally just getting to see us have a real life conversation. That's funny as hell.
I went for all the wrong reasons, but again,
you know who I went to church with.
I definitely went for all the wrong reasons, but the sermon was dope.
That's funny as hell. Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. You plan on going back to church anytime soon?
I mean, can't go now.
I mean, when they open.
Yeah, I'll go back. She invite me, I will be right there.
Hey, Pavy gonna be in love. Hey, look, literally, the Rona gonna pass. We gonna all be alright. Pavy gonna be like, you know what? Man, I was joking. I was alone during quarantine. Could have had me a little quarantine ting. Come here. And then Pavy gonna get married, have him a little wee little one, and then it's gonna be left for Uncle Scott. Scott, you next, bruh. It's happening. It's happening.
Prime.
It's coming. One thing I realize is the Rona is really gonna bring out the true nature of all these relationships.
Nah, dead ass, bro.
Because if you was meant to be, if you was, go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Cause like, first of all, you learn about the people who like you wouldn't talk to if you couldn't see them.
Gee, I've been in the crib with my girl for 3 weeks. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh shit.
No, but dead ass. I've been in the crib with my girl for 3 weeks, and it's like after the second week, I was just mad. Now I was just like, bro, you gotta let that shit go. We ain't going nowhere, so just let that shit go, fam. Just get used to seeing the fam. We here. I start working out in the crib. I've been doing push-ups and shit, working out. I got the little 8-pound weights and shit. Like I'm at this point, I'm invested now. I'm like, fuck it, we in here. We oh yeah, low key. I thought of actually I got a great topic of conversation before we talk about that. Random sentences that would be a Lil Wayne lyric. I thought of one last night. I'm in this bitch like a dog enema, and I was like, yo, that would be a fire Wayne bar.
I don't get it.
A dog, and then an enema is like a laxative that you stick up the anus, and then it makes you have a shit. That's not like a Lil Wayne bar. I'm in this bitch like a dog enema.
That's definitely a Wayne bar. That's actually a double entendre, by the way. That's actually like a triple entendre. That's actually a fire bar. You should keep that for yourself. It's actually a fire bar. It's a triple entendre. You be talking about a whole lot of different things.
Hold on. What was the name of that IG live?
We inside, we outside.
No. It's about the IG live from earlier with a Henny bottle.
We inside, but we outside.
No, but what was the name of it? No. You said it was like a C or something.
The girl?
Yeah. Oh, you said
Columbia.
Oh yeah, Columbia. I mean, this bitch like a dog enema. Come on, give me one random sentence that would be a Lil Wayne bar.
I can't think of one on top of my head.
You can think of one. Come on.
You can think on top of my head.
Come on.
Bro.
You can think of one random sentence that would be a Lil Wayne bar. Don't make it. You ain't gotta make it rhyme. You ain't gotta make it rhyme. It could be something normal.
I really can't think of one on top of my head. I actually cannot think of one on top of my head. Like, cause Wayne shit be just like so like outlandish.
I'm walking down the stairs like some shoes.
Rolling like a good year, some shit like that. Rolling.
You a chicken? Call him El Pollo. Look.
He did say that. A chicken pollo. He said, my man said, needed to come here and clean my eyes and enrich my mind after all these IG lives. Thank God for Hoops and Brews, for real. Nah, IG live was a different place tonight, bro. That shit was outrageous. By the way,
she shaking ass like it's IG live. Oh my
by the way, if you ever see me tweet this, just know I'm having a night. I'm finna show you this picture. If you ever see me tweet this picture,
a night what?
Just know I'm having a night.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
I can't.
What is that?
It's you. Wait, I gotta drop it to myself. You wouldn't get it unless you like saw the IG live. You wouldn't get it. But if you ever see me tweet this picture, just know I'm having a night. Yeah, this is the like official shenanigans picture.
I put it on there.
This is the official shenanigans picture.
Oh, that's a glass of wine. Okay. I was like, what is that?
Ever see me tweet?
Who is that? Was that Drake? Oh no. Was that? Hold on. Was that the one that was standing up doing the funeral meme when he was like looking at the girl on this? Oh, okay. That's Gee, it's been so many IG lives, bro. It's been so many debaucherous IG lives, bro.
Nah, it's like dude who was talking wasn't showing his face. All he was showing was a glass of wine and like some fucking water bottles. And like the girls would hop on and do whatever they was gonna do, but he would just talk to him, so you don't know who it was that was talking to him. It's like he would never show his face. All you would see was a glass of wine. So that's the official shenanigans picture.
That was the weekend. He was with his demons.
The official Demon Time picture.
That man said, "Where the demons at?" Whoa,
Drake came
whoa.
on, put on the demon.
G
Bro,
Trump,
what?
Trump gonna get on somebody IG live from the White House account, and the internet is gonna lose it.
Well, they gotta stop Trump from doing so many press conferences.
Why?
He don't need this many press conferences.
It don't matter, bro.
This-
He's a president. You want to hear him speak. If he didn't say anything, you would be worried.
Yes, but this is the issue, because he gets so much time to say some bullshit. Like, he has so many opportunities to say something he shouldn't say, or to admit something that he probably shouldn't admit to.
I mean, what is he admitting to? A lot of people gonna die. We know that. That's unfortunate. I'm praying for all of the families, but for real, what?
Like what he said, my impeachment trial distracting me from preparing for coronavirus.
I mean, look, let's be real.
Why would you say?
Because let's be real. Let's be real. Y'all trying to kick me. No, listen to me. It's a pandemic going on. Y'all trying to kick me out of my goddamn office. You think I'm worried about the people getting sick? I'm worried about not having a goddamn job, G. That's like when you under review from HR, but they like your project wasn't done on time. Motherfucker, you been had me under review for the past 2 weeks. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing everything right. No, I'm joking.
Yes.
Let me stop for some of these lames on the internet be like, you a coon for making jokes about Donald Trump. Actually, can we talk about this rap thing? Do you think that white people can say that they are a part of hip hop culture?
I mean, I think that people don't want to hear it from them, but like,
No,
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
asking
like,
you, do you think white people can say that they are a part of or have been a part of hip hop culture?
Yeah.
Or that they are? Do you think that black people or Mexicans solely own domain over the hip hop culture and can say who is hip hop and what is hip hop, and that white people cannot participate in hip hop culture?
Hip hop is something.
Because I was called a coon. I was called a coon for saying that white people have participated in hip hop culture and building it hip hop culture.
No, like, I mean, I know hip hop started in the Bronx or whatever, but then if you want to say that, then you can say that like only New York is hip hop culture and everybody else just like tagged along and was like along for the ride. Hip hop is it's the world's culture now. Like, it's kids over in China that are hip hop, right? Breakdancing. Like, they grew up breakdancing and doing the things that they were doing in like the projects in the Bronx in like the 70s. You gonna tell them that they not hip hop?
Yeah, but I don't think people count breaking was really like early 80s, but I feel you.
I'm just saying, but I'm like, that's part of the fucking culture. Like that was what hip hop started. Like, that's if you in 80s, like that's what they did. They wore tracksuits, Adidas tracksuits, and was breakdancing on cardboard boxes. We don't do that shit no more. But in China, like that's what they do. Like that's like they like people. Hip hop been around for like 50 years now, damn near, bro. You got people.
It's really it's more so like 43, 44, but yeah.
It's basically 50 years.
But this is my question. This is my question. If you come along within the first 5 years of something inception, do you feel as though that counts as being the beginning, or do you think that you discount that as being something else? Because I feel like hip hop is never going to get any younger. So the people that were there within really the first 10 years, I believe, are like the actual original pioneers of hip hop. I think everybody that was there the first 10 years, including Public Enemy and all of those, and Beastie Boys, everybody in the first really 10, 12 years of hip hop to really be the pioneers of hip hop. I think that they are the ones that established from the cultural to the commercial to the economical to the socio-economical to also the visual display of what this culture was going to be about moving forward. I think they shaped this genre, this culture.
I mean, yeah.
Do you think that I am wrong for this statement of thinking that if you were a part of that with a culture that is only 50 years old, if you say it's 50 years old?
See, the thing is, like, it's like, what do you consider?
Or am I an Uncle Tom, as everybody seems to think I am?
It's just like, what do you consider the beginning of hip hop? It's like, do you consider the beginning of hip hop the Sugar Hill Gang when like a record cranked the top 40? Do you consider the beginning of hip hop?
Yeah, but it was still a white guy that helped them, that funded the record label.
I know. Listen, it's like, what do you consider the beginning of hip hop? Do you consider Kool Herc having that party as the beginning of literally hip hop? Because then if that's for say, then 5 years will take you to like 1970, and 10 years will take you. 10 years basically take you to the Sugar Hill. I don't think the Sugar Hill Gang. And I think you might get Grandmaster Flash in like 80.
That was 82. 81, 82. 81, 82. 81, yeah, Grandmaster Flash. 81, 82.
Yes,
Def Jam was formed in 80, 84, I believe.
Yeah, so then if you want to say that's the first 10 years of hip hop, then technically 71 to like 81. Me personally, I think that hip hop being something that got taken out of, like, you know, people just do it, you know, in like whatever community center they found and actually putting it out for the masses to be played and it leaving like the Bronx. To me, that's when like when it started to become commercialized.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when I think it started to a lot of people. And then in that sense, you would be right. This is about when do you say the beginning of like hip hop started?
Well, I think a lot of people think hip hop started with the break beats. So it depends. Are you talking about them remixing disco records? Or are you talking about rapping? Because rapping and MCing really more so came around in like really the late 70s, early 80s. But
Yeah,
like
so it's like, so it's like, what are you like? Which part are you talking about?
But also, rap music was influenced by disco music, and a lot of disco was white. Was it not? Was a lot of disco music not white? That's I don't know. It's interesting. I think it's interesting.
I just think that hip hop is a culture that's like, I mean, I know like, we want to have things for us, by us, but like it's so past just us now. And it's been past just us. Like you got kids who are just like, this is what they born into. They born into hip hop. Like you can't say that just because they not from the hood or they not black, they not hip hop. Like, nah, like this is, I mean, might hate to say it, this is the world's culture at this point. Like the world is hip hop. Hip hop is popular culture. At this point, everybody's born in hip hop.
Yeah. A lot of people also don't even know that Rick Rubin executive produced the Ghetto Boys. I think it was their first album. Like it's a lot of like that's also what I was talking about with a lot of people talking. I'm sorry, it was their third album. A lot of people was disrespecting Rick Rubin. I'm like, how you gonna say he ain't hip hop, G? Like, what? Like, do you know how long his resume run? Like all the way back to 80 to 84. You know what I mean?
It's like you can't say
that's like back when they was telling me Steve. Remember when people was telling me and arguing me and telling me I was stupid because I said Stephen A. Smith was a legend?
Yeah, it wasn't like 16? You said that?
Yeah.
And it was like, nah, come on, bro. Stephen A's a legend. See, the man had a show on. The man was African American with a show on. Was it ESPN 2? Or was it ESPN?
Yeah, Rick Rubin's one of his first credits was one of them was with T-La Rock and Jazzy J, a song called It's Yours, and another one was called LL Cool J, I Need a Beat. And if you know what I Need a Beat is by LL Cool J, you know what I Need a Beat is. This man literally got credits, hip hop credits going back to 1984. And they told me, yeah, he ain't had no part in helping the culture at all. I'm like, G, what are you talking about, G? He literally got a show on Showtime where every hip hop artist come and be like, yo, you one of the godfathers of hip hop. And you cool and you don't wear no socks. Can I talk to you?
No, I mean, he is.
Do you believe Jimmy Iovine had an effect on hip hop? In hip hop culture?
Yes, but it's like.
What about Leo Cohen? That's an honest question.
Hold on, real quick. The thing about Jimmy Iovine and think about Leo Cohen and all those guys is they had just good of a negative effect on the culture, on the people as they did have a positive impact. Now, granted, they made a lot of people millionaires. They also got people killed. Jimmy Iovine specifically, they also got people killed. The Tupac thing, like they was all behind, like they was making money off the East Coast West Coast beef. Yeah, he was getting hella bread off.
Yeah,
of it.
But nobody made Pac do what Pac did.
Nobody made.
That's Pac what Glass's whole song is about. Glass's whole song was about nobody made that man do what he did.
Listen, we understand nobody made Pac do what he did, but you can't say that they weren't pumping money into the situation. They were. It's not like they was out there trying to tell them to like not do it either. So the thing about like Leo Cohen and Jimmy Iovine and all those guys, yes, they did push the culture forward, no doubt. Like Leo Cohen signed DMX. I think he had a hand in signing Jay-Z. Like, what's rap without these names? But as much as they, signed these people, they also had a thing of doing a detriment to the culture as well. Because of the kinds of acts they signed, and the kinds of music they was putting out, and the kinds of things that they allowed to happen that they didn't try to put a stop to.
I feel like you can say that about everybody else, but when they said that about Rick Rubin, I didn't agree with that.
I don't agree with it about Rick Rubin.
I've never heard anybody say anything negative about Rick Rubin.
I don't agree with it about Rick Rubin because one, I think Rick Rubin's heart was, I don't know the man, but I'm just judging. I think his heart was always in the music. Obviously, it's monetary gain if he made anything, but I think his heart was always in the music first. Even if you look at the type of music that he was producing, it's not like murder, kill him up. At least not in the beginning. Like you would do say LL Cool J, I Need a Beat. That ain't no like negative influence on nobody. He's rapping about he rapping about rapping.
Yeah.
It's not being a negative influence on nobody. I mean, I don't know what the It's Yours song was, but I'm sure that wasn't a negative influence on nobody.
Yeah, no, I mean, no. I think that, I mean, no, but a lot of the stuff was just like regular '90s rap, whatever. But even Grandmaster Flash in the message, if you listen to the message, a lot of it is about what's going on in the hood, but the message is about this is what's going on in the hood.
Yeah,
But
no,
also, that was part of my issue with that whole conversation was people was miscontextualizing what I said with me saying that somebody's been around from the beginning don't mean that I said that they started it. It's a lot of people that Scott that been around since the beginning of Hoops and Brews. He didn't start Hoops and Brews. You know what I mean?
Think about the internet as people hang on every word.
Yeah, exactly.
People hang on every
you
single
said
word.
this in this 280th character, so it's like that's not. You know what I'm saying, G?
Yeah, so it's like people will hang on every word. It's like you know what I mean by the beginning, bro. Like when we like even if we say, all right, bro, like who the first hip hop artist? Most of us not gonna say Cool Herc in conversation. We gonna say like Run DMC. We gonna say like Eric B and Rakim.
And if you say Run DMC, then how you not gonna say? Then how you if you gonna say Run DMC, then how can you not? Then how can you say Rick Rubin ain't influential when Rick Rubin? That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm just saying like if we like talk about that, like we probably not gonna talk about the DJ that was in the apartments. You know, we gonna talk about KRS-One. We gonna talk about Run DMC. We gonna talk about Sugar Hill Gang. We gonna talk about Grandmaster Flash. If you want to say like the first hip hop artist, that's what we gonna talk about. We're not gonna talk about like. Most of us, most times in conversation, unless you really being mad specific, you're not gonna mention, you know, Cool Herc and the party he had in 1971 in the Bronx. Like that, you just not gonna mention that.
Yeah.
So it's like people just hang on. Think about internet. People will hang on every single word. It's like, bro, you know what I'm trying to say, but you just want to hang on this one word because it makes your point a little bit better.
How many of those people do you think own their own businesses?
Huh?
I said, how many of those people do you think own their own businesses? But that's also the thing that I was talking about. Was the thing about it that made me mad was that if you can't find money and you're a black entrepreneur and you go to a white person and you get money, you can't say that you did that on your own. And there's no offense to you as a black person. Yeah, you had the idea, you made it happen, but that person still helped you out. And then it was like, well, that mean you giving white people credit for everything black people did? I'm like, no, because not every black person took money from a white person to make their business.
I mean, the sad thing about America is a smooth 85% of progressive things black people have progressive and also non-progressive things black people have been assisted by a white person, and that's just the way America is set up.
Yes, but also for the record, I never said that black people created. I'm sorry. I never said that white people created rap, which is literally what that conversation turned. It turned to you a coon. You saying white people created rap? I'm saying no. They helped build and help disseminate the culture of rap.
And let me clarify as to why I say that point, because I don't want to leave it there. I mean, we just now getting to the point where you have black billionaires and multiple black millionaires. Like, you're just now getting to the point of that. So you go back 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. Like, you probably didn't even, we weren't the ones with the money. So, like, we just now get to the point where we have generational wealth. Like, we just now get to the point in this country where we have generational wealth, and multiple people have generational wealth.
You want to know do you know who was one of the first ones to be able to do that? It was Russ, when Russ sold part of his stake from Def Jam to Universal Music Group for $100+ million.
Makes sense. So like we just now getting to that point. So back, 50, 40, 30 years ago, it wasn't too many. You could only go to like maybe like a group of 20 to 30 black people who were probably way older than you, not around your age, because that didn't exist, and ask for some money. And if those 15 to 20 people said no, it wasn't no money to be had.
Yeah.
So for most of the history of America, and also things just sadly enough, because again, like we have been the vast minority in this country. Things just for whatever reason, when you take it to the white man, it look better when you got a white person somewhere around in it. Sad. It's sad that it's this way, but it is. A lot of times you need somebody white to parlay it and present it to the people you want to be presented to.
I love that language. Ooh, look at you. You said you need somebody white to parlay it. Look at you. That man Pavy talking that cloth talk. Cloth talk.
Nah, like
Pavy
it's
cloth
sad.
talk. You gotta get you some cloths with just like a square and just put Pavy on it. And then when you sell it, just sell it as Pavy cloth talk. And then just put a Paverb in the back on the corner and stitch it there.
Fair. I'm keep that in mind. But it's sad that it is this way. But if we would like, we gotta be realistic. That's just the way it is, bro. Like, we was talking about this, like, bro, a white guy helped us get to the point where we at.
Yeah. Well, he's Jewish, but also the whole reason I started having that argument. No, literally, the whole reason I started having that argument was because a Jewish radio host, Peter Rosenberg from Hot 97, half of the timeline hates him and everything that he says because he's Jewish. And they're like, you don't have no fucking place to speak on hip hop. And then the other half likes him because he's helped contribute to rap. And this whole argument started about like, what has he contributed to rap? And people are like, well, he ain't contributed nothing to the culture. He ain't done nothing for the culture. He's white. He can't be a part of the culture. It's like, well, he's Jewish. What does he know about the culture? It's like, well, then that mean that the culture can only be black. Now, and if the culture only black, then that mean Eminem ain't a part of the culture.
Now, the thing, I think people just don't like Peter Rosenberg.
I understand that, and I'm fine with that.
Peter Rosenberg.
But don't tell me he ain't did nothing for the culture, G.
Yeah, you can't say he hasn't done anything for the culture. That would be a non-factual statement. But I think that people just don't like Peter Rosenberg.
I'm fine with that.
I don't like Nicki Minaj. Says things in like a snarly way sometimes, and people just don't like him.
I mean, I do too, and people don't like me, and fuck them. They'll be all right.
I think that people just don't like him, but I don't think you can like completely say that like he's not a black. How long he been on radio? How long has he been?
He been on radio for damn near 20 years. He had one of the first rap hip hop podcasts ever. Put hella people on. Tons of artists coming through his podcast where it's like a rap podcast where they playing actual rappers and stuff like that and giving rappers in New York and young rappers an opportunity to be able to come on and have conversations to get their voice heard beyond just like you sitting in front of Ebro or whoever else was running hot at that point in time. Even for you to have a number one show on Hot 97 for however many years, that's an accomplishment within itself. Like he ain't just
have like a show on Sundays in which they play like hip hop.
Yeah, and literally he started the Juan Epstein podcast. It was like, I mean, I just never understand why certain guys are considered to be conduits and certain guys aren't. And although I think a lot of people got mad at him because of those Jay Electronica comments where he was talking about Jay Electronica's lyrics and how he felt like they were a little anti-Semitic or whatever. And Jay Electronica's position was, no, I'm talking about stuff that's in the Bible. If you read the Bible and you see what I'm talking about, you will see exactly what I'm talking about and how I'm relating it to what I'm relating it to. And I'm not relating it to being anything anti, Semitism or anti-Semitic.
Probably the Quran, not the Bible.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Quran.
I'm sorry, the Quran, because I forgot he is
Muslim.
Yeah, exactly, Muslim. But even with that being said, I cannot agree with him with that, but still not think that like, or be like, he ain't did. It's like, get out of here. If you think that nobody else that one black didn't contribute to hip hop culture, it's like that don't make sense. Because we usually ain't been the ones with the money, so who paying for all this stuff?
And if you're paying for it, so to say, but you are contributing to it.
Somebody got to believe in you enough to be like, I'm going to put you on the stage. Even if they throwing tomatoes at you, they still got to get you on stage. And it gotta be
even that though. I mean, like even like you got like Rick Rubin has a hand in just how rap has sounded. Like he has a hand in this, the sound of it. Rap, like,
the sonic sound of the hip hop culture. So
sound of rap.
Yeah. So it ain't no. It ain't no whatever y'all want to make it. It's just like it's a fact. Like
it sucks to say.
Even Cadillac have you seen the movie Cadillac Records?
I think I've seen it like one time before.
Adrian Brody is the white guy that starts this soul company that we get all of these great records from. You know what I mean? Did he not share in a part of growing the soul culture by giving, I think it was Etta James, an opportunity and all these other people? Like, Etta James has made some of the most famous songs throughout the history of music. You know what I mean? I was just having that conversation. It was blowing my mind because I'm like, Rick Rubin has made some of the biggest songs in rap history. Like, even one of Jay-Z's most acclaimed songs, 99 Problems, he made that. How Rick Rubin ain't hip hop, G? Like Rick Rubin ain't hip hop? Like literally, when they told me Rick Rubin wasn't hip hop, I was like, all right, we have a different kind of argument.
I think they said hip hop could have existed the same without.
No, it couldn't have, because if Russell Simmons doesn't create, if Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin don't make Def Jam, the culture not what it was. Because then you don't get LL Cool J. LL Cool J was the first real like young kid that was a swag rapper.
I mean, you might get LL Cool J.
No, you wouldn't,
not
G.
happen
No, you
same
wouldn't.
way.
Then how? If you don't get I Need a Beat, if you don't get I'm Bad, if you don't get all of them other early mixtapes and stuff that LL Cool J was doing through Def Jam, you don't get LL Cool J. You get another version of whatever that is. I don't get how people, if you don't get Run DMC exists because of Def Jam.
Yeah.
Run DMC literally is the reason why hip hop marketing is what it is today. If you don't give them a platform, where is this culture that we talking about? Most of these rappers got to get deals to put products in their music videos for them to make music videos. Run DMC was some of the first people to do that with the Adidas sneakers. If you don't get them, you don't get that. That's why I'm like, what are you talking? Like, how was Rick Rubin? How was a guy that was around at the beginning? He don't get no credit for it, G. Like, yeah, they was in the party and in the basement, but you gonna be in the basement having parties forever? That's what's gonna take the culture to Europe and around the world? Nah, you need Run DMCs, you need LL Cool J's, you need Russell Simmons. You need those guys to be able to do stuff, but you need people to partner with them.
Like business and culture, but I just think that like business culture is business as well. I think that like that's hard to separate the two. I think that like culture is business. Like I get the point. I think that culture is business because culture is sellable. Like things come with culture that like even if you selling tickets to a party, that's still a business.
Or opera. Or I said or opera or a performance or a break dance.
Like let's say I like had a hip hop party, right? And I charged like 25 cents, right? I was 25 cents. This is a culture thing. It's still a business. Like I'm still making money off of this thing. Like most culture comes with also making money.
Yeah.
It just goes hand in hand.
It does.
It's hard to have one without the other. So I mean, I get people point, it's just African American, like we want to have things that we can call our own, and it sucks that like things that we have and we, popularize and it's quote unquote our culture get kind of like adopted by the world. But when you're cool, that's just what happens, and you have to realize that when you're cool, people are gonna take what you do and adapt it, and it becomes the world's culture, and like it just is. Hip hop is not exclusive to black people anymore. It's everybody's, bro. You can't tell somebody who's 20 years old right now and was born in the 2000s. And like he grew up off Eminem, Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne, and like he ain't a part of it. Like, gee, like that's his culture. Like and like that's his. Like, that's
20
his
years
culture.
old now. That mean 2000. I mean, hey,
like that's
bitch,
his.
I'ma
like,
kill.
bro, that's
Bitch, I'ma kill you was out by then.
Like that's his culture, bro. He grew up. His favorite rappers is just like that's his culture. And also, I think that people also mix up like hip hop culture and like street culture. I don't necessarily think it has to be one and the same.
Explain.
Like I think that people say, oh, like it's in the hood, and like it's like the hood's like it's like the hood, and I don't think that like hip hop and the hood have to be synonymous.
Yeah, I'm not.
I
mean, well, according to them, because Rick Rubin wasn't in them parties in the Bronx when they was breakdancing and beatboxing, he wasn't a part of helping hip hop grow in the beginning.
Like yes, but if that's the case, then like it belongs to New York and no one else, to the Bronx. If that's the case, that belongs to the Bronx and like no one else. Like that's it. That's all it belongs to. It belongs to the Bronx and nobody else. It's like I don't know. Like if we talk about gang banging, it's like this belongs to our block and like nobody else. You know how the gamers be mad when like gang banging it's like commercialized now. Basically, it's like everybody saying blood stuff like that. They're putting B's on words.
Yeah.
It's like this supposed to belong to us. But like that's what you saying. Like basically it's like, so this belongs to them and nobody else. Because that's their culture. Like that's their culture. Like that's what they do there. That's their culture. Or like that's New York's culture. Like once it travels out and leaves New York and goes to California, it's completely something different.
I agree.
It had to leave New York. So it's like I get what
but you also
saying.
gotta get it to leave New York. That was my whole point. It's like if you want to argue me that that rap culture is a business, there have been businessmen, or whether they be artistic businessmen that want to invest in your record label, or just businessmen that just want to give you money and you go make your record and they sit back and collect on the profits, that have helped this culture move forward, and guys that have helped to architect the sound as well as the cultural aspects in terms of the marketing aspect. Because I believe also I don't think you can have culture without marketing. And I think a lot of people discount that you can have a subculture or a movement of a culture without any marketing. Even even like person to person or word of mouth marketing is still marketing. If you Google word of mouth marketing, it's literally theories and stuff surrounding word of mouth marketing. So like all of this stuff is still marketing. So even if a guy like those guys in those early stages, that was the white guys that wasn't making the music, was like, I know how to market this, you still get the evolution of the culture. which is my whole point is that, like, yeah, this is a black culture. We created this. But that doesn't mean that just because you're white or you're Jewish or you're Hispanic or you're Puerto Rican or you're Irish or you whatever, that you can't participate or share in or have any thoughts or opinions on this culture because you're not black. Like, I don't agree with that ideology. I think that there have been more people that are just black people to help move the culture of hip hop forward. And I think that when we specifically say, well, it's our thing, so nobody else can participate, it's like, that don't make sense, because most of the time when I go to rap shows, I see white people there. So if the white people don't go to those shows, what are these artists now? Who's buying these tickets? Niggas ain't buying these tickets.
I just think it's just like so, like, it's so far from just like being just in the Bronx and being in that one apartment that built. Like, it's all across the world, bro. Like, you can't tell some kid in China who grew up breakdancing, who favorite rappers, whatever, who dresses in streetwear, he ain't hip hop. Like, nah, he is, right? That's his, like, nah, he may not be street, he may not be quote unquote hood, but like, he's hip hop. This is the culture. Like, this is what he knows.
Yeah, I am sad at that. But anyways, it's 2:30 in the morning, 5:30 a.m. Eastern time.
Real quick,
I never go to sleep.
Little
Go
Uzi,
ahead.
get the fuck out of here, young Brian.
What'd he say?
Stop lying.
What'd he say?
Rich the Kid better than Lil Uzi.
Boy, you getting on, putting
shout
on.
out Rich the Kid. I fuck with Rich the Kid.
G,
but
stop
no.
disrespecting Lil Uzi Vert, G. That man
Stop
said,
disrespecting
Balenci.
Stop disrespecting 2020 Lil Wayne.
Exactly. That's who he is. But anyways, man, it's been Hoops and Brews Happy Hour. It's your boy TPJ. Pavy, go ahead and get your plug in. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to get y'all a top 20 small forwards list with another happy hour. I mean, I don't care about doing these happy hours. My girl usually go to sleep after 12, 1 o'clock anyway.
I'll stay up 7 a.m. any day.
I never go to sleep, bro. I be up all night long. I'm like, yo, am I tweaking? I just be up, bro. Because I ain't got nothing to do during the day. Like, even with, like, the only thing I don't like about this is, at least before, like, I could have the games to go to. I had practice to go to. So if I needed to get out the house, or if I just wanted to just, like, go blow off some steam, or just get out, go somewhere, do anything, I could go to an NBA game, cover the game, go to practice, whatever. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That ain't nothing to do. Like I said, 3 weeks, bro. Just been in this motherfucker. Watching movies and TV.
I got great at 2K.
My Xbox died about like 3 months ago. I've been debating on getting a new one, but I heard that it's a the PS5 finna come out in like whenever. So I kind of what am I gonna spend $200-$300 on a new system just to have to buy a PS5 when that motherfucker come out? Because I'm not buying no more Xboxes. I'm sick of it. It. I can't do it. And paying for this Xbox Gold. Oh, I gotta cancel that, by the way. I ain't even used that damn Xbox Gold in like 8 months. Fair. Whatever. Anyways, Hoops and Brews, happy hour. Oh yeah, you got an EP dropping today or a project dropping?
Yeah, I got an EP dropping at 2:30 today. Rona Files, old records from like 2016. That I was gonna leave unreleased, but I was going through my files and I was like, man, ain't really no point. Like, I may as well put it out. It ain't doing nobody good on the hard drive. So check it out. Hopefully it's something on there that you guys can enjoy and like.
How many songs? What's the song?
4 songs. Añejo, it's Añejo, Mental Prison, Silver Lining, and The World, featuring my homie Big Spencer.
I fuck with The World. I remember I was trying to get you to put it out, and you ain't want to put it out back then. Still should have put it out back then. I'm not gonna let you ride off with that one. You or Scott. Literally, I was like, oh, it don't fit. I'm like, it's Vic, G. It's Vic. Vic bars. I don't even remember what he said on that song. I got to go back and listen to the old version because I'm sure I got it. But whatever, go get that. SoundCloud.com/PavyWorld, PavVerbs.com. Go get that. Check that out. Do that. And we'll get up with y'all next time. It's been your boy TPJ and Pavy, Hoops and Brews, Happy Hour. The name of this Happy Hour, by the way, is called
the Rich Paul thing and the John Wall thing.
Oh yeah. John Wall or Scrooge McDuck, man. Cause
what did you change it to? Rich Paul the head of state? What did you say?
Nah, I ain't gonna do that one because I already photoshopped the first cover, so I ain't going back to do it. It's John Wall Scrooge McDuck because he's swimming in gold right now. 41 M's, boss. All right, peace out, man.
Down for the idea, and I pray why.